Hello and welcome to this quick video on the paper that we're going to have due at the end of the class. I know there were some questions about that, and I promised I'd have a video out kind of explaining what the expectations for that paper is going to be. That paper will be due at the end of the course, Module 8, Sunday at midnight. Now, if you are a graduating senior, and I mean graduating this spring, don't watch this video. We're doing some other things for you folks. If you're graduating in the summer, if you're graduating next fall, you're completing the course throughout the full 8 weeks. You're doing the normal mode. So stick with me on this one. But for you 3 or 4 or 5 folks who are graduating this spring in like 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks from now, uh, don't watch this video, okay, because we're doing something else. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be doing for that paper. As I referred to the paper before, I've called it kind of like a topic essay on steroids. And that's really all it is. It's not that much. So let's take a look. Hopefully you already have a copy of that syllabus now that we're pretty far along in the course, but let's pull up the syllabus and that should answer some of our questions that we have with what we're doing with that paper. Okay, so we have a paper, Financial Management and Healthcare Reform. Okay, and you're going to write a paper with the assigned topic, Financial Management and Healthcare Reform. That is the topic of your paper. Make sure that is the topic of your paper. Okay, the body of the paper will be 4 pages. Now, with our 5 paragraph essays that we've been doing, the topic essays that we've been doing throughout the course, those have been 2 full pages pretty much. This one, you're going to have 4 full pages. So a little bit beefier, but not too much, especially on a very broad topic that you should be able to find information just falling kind of out of the trees. Um, you're going to have a minimum of 5 recognized research references. I'll back down a little bit on references, not necessarily peer reviewed. You don't have to worry about that. Just make sure that you are using high quality references. Um, the Wikipedia example is given a million times, right? Don't use Wikipedia. Don't use Wikipedia. I'm going to tell you, use Wikipedia. I use Wikipedia. I use it as a launching point almost 100% of the time. Now, do I reference it? Heck no, I don't reference it. But what I do is it helps me get a nice idea of a topic. Because usually, I quite frankly think it's can be some pretty high quality work in Wikipedia authors and contributors. There's a really passionate community centered around some of these Wikipedia areas. Of course, there could be some bias interjected into that depending on who's edited it and so on and so forth, because it's completely pretty much wide open to the entire world. So, but what I do use is after getting kind of a general idea of the material, then I'll look at their references. And that will usually send me on a nice little trail of various references. So I'll find some other interesting, maybe now a more high quality peer reviewed article. They'll have even more references listed in there that will send me to other ones. And within a very short time period, I have more than enough sources that I need outside of Wikipedia. But that's often my first step in researching any topic. So I don't know, that might come to a shock to you, but I like Wikipedia. So there's that. Um, so you're going to need 5 recognized references. Again, just good quality references. The paper will include a title page, so do your title, okay? The main body, which is the stuff that you're writing, that's 4 pages, and a reference page, okay, with your 5 good quality references listed on there. That's all going to be written in APA format. Remember to put your in-text citations in there and do your reference page. Make sure you're laying your reference page out correctly in APA format. Make sure that you're using full, well-rounded paragraphs, when you write. So kind of the communication. I'm not grammar Nazi by any means, but make sure that what's written makes sense. Make sure that you're using concise language. If at all, try to make sure you edit your language down. If you avoid excessive wordiness in your language. Um, Avoid what we call colloquialisms, like weight as much as a ton of bricks. That kind of little kind of folksy things that we might use in normal conversation. You want to avoid those in academic writing. What's nice is that when you're reading all of these papers, that your references, they're generally written in a more academic um, tone, more journalistic tone, and then you kind of pick that up. So kind of write like they write, and you'll be okay. Try to emulate, copy what their tone, and then you'll be fine. Okay, so there's a little bit about kind of the grammar and construction that you'll be doing. I'll talk in just a second about a rubric, but let's talk the topic itself: financial management and healthcare reform. Under that big topic, you can take that in any direction you wish. Okay, as long as it's dealing with basically money, okay, finances, and healthcare reform. Could be the Affordable Care Act, it could be proposed changes, it could be anything having to do with reform. You can take it. A lot of students do this. They make it personal. They take it to the kind of the department and area in which they work. I think it's a little bit easier to write that way. So I'll gravitate to what I normally, when it comes to healthcare, what I most akin to, and that's medical imaging, radiography. Um, there are entire industry publications dedicated to financial management and radiography. You can find, and every month that I get these publications, there's something about something, changes of reform, etc. Plenty of information out there. So you could pick whatever your little area that your interest is. Maybe you're interested in supply chain. Maybe you're interested in healthcare. Um, dietary, running a dietary department. Maybe it's health insurance. Gosh, there's like 3 books you could write just on that easily. How has healthcare reform affected third-party payers? You could do all kinds of things. So you could either take it from, again, a lot of latitude. You could take it from the now with, Affordable Care Act. That's what we got now. Or you could take it and start talking about future stuff, what may be possible. So, totally up to you in the direction that you want to take that topic. But remember, your topic is financial management and healthcare reform. Then within your introduction paragraph, you can kind of hone it down. In this paper, we'll be discussing the impact of reimbursement rates introduced by the Affordable Care Act to computed tomography. I'm just making that up. So it's gone. It actually has happened. So you could do something even like that. So I'm just kind of making stuff up. I think it's a little bit easier to find if you kind of drill down and make it a little bit tighter. You can have it's maybe an easier paper to write rather than just leaving it kind of big. But you could leave it big too. So totally up to you. All right, let's talk a little bit about rubric. Rubric is going to be pretty simple. Um, I'm going to use the same rubric that I've been using for the topic essay. So go back and look at the topic essays. I'm going to have a community. Are you? Did you fulfill the page requirement? Okay, check. Did you? How is your communication and grammar? Check. Did you use APA? Check. Did you use the correct number of references? Check. So those same, I think, 5 categories that we're using, I think I'm pretty sure there's 5. We're using 5 categories for your topic essay. Just make sure you're addressing those. Where students have mostly got points off on the topic essays, um, is generally with what I call the communication and grammar. There, um, there could be, I guess that's the number one area that students are getting points off in general, is that communication and grammar, not using full paragraphs, using, 2 sentence paragraphs. And then the other area is content, where they're not, actually addressing the content. Which kind of go hand in hand. If you're only writing a 2 sentence paragraph, and you probably should have 4 or 5 nice sentences in there, you're probably a little light on content. So make sure you got 4 pages of meaningful stuff in this thing, um, and you'll be golden. Make sure that you're not, you're using in this. I don't specify the font size, but do not exceed, I mean, this is kind of do not exceed 12-point font. Keep your margins, APA margins. Oh yeah, I'll do 14-point font with 5-inch margins. You can't do that, of course, right? I know that game. Stick to 10, 11, maximum 12-point font. I prefer for the writing, I prefer Times New Roman, but if you want to use, another one, that's fine as well. But give me 4 nice, robust pages, and you're going to be good. Don't give me 3 pages and 1 sentence on the second, because then you're probably going to get dinged on the amount of content within that. All right, so hopefully this helps you with the paper. It's not too difficult if you get started now. We still got week 7 and all of week 8. We still got almost half of week 6 left. So you can kind of, my recommendation would be get your resources, hone your topic this week. Get your resources all lined up by early next week, and then start writing. That gives you almost 2 weeks to write this thing. So, all right. So hopefully that helps and kind of dispels pushes down some of the anxiety on this. It's only a 4-pager, not too bad. You guys have been doing, in general, fantastic with your topic essays. So you're knocking out 2 pages consistently, almost every other week, and you're doing really great with that. So this, I don't think is going to be that much of a stretch for you to get this done. If you have any questions, text me. I will address those kind of as the group and maybe the next week in review. So let's do that. So if you have any questions, get them into me, and then we'll put that, text me, and then in next week in review, I'll address all those questions out to everybody if you have any regarding this particular assignment. All right. Hopefully this helps. Thanks.